What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, unified, 3-belt, welterweight, world champion, superstar boxer who is widely considered by many to be top 2, if not number 1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Errol Spence is now also not just a welterweight world champion, but he's also a promoter and the founder of MANDOWN Promotions. That's his mantra. And he has now signed a fighter that's up and coming, lightweight, star, boxer, title contender in Undefeated, Frank Martin, okay? Frank Martin, who fought last night. Frank Martin is 16 wins, no losses, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Okay, he got a 10th round knockout victory, brutal knockout victory over Jackson Martinez last night. With that said, Errol Spence, as a promoter, has put his promotion hat on, and he's called out, a few fighters in lightweight title contender, star boxer Rolando Rolly Romero, who's coming off of a knockout 6-round loss to undefeated 3-division world champion superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. Rolly Romero is now 14 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout. He's 26 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. He called out Rolly Romero. He also called out another fighter who's very interesting in super featherweight star title contender Christopher B-Hop Primetime Colbert, okay? Chris Colbert, 16 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 6 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 71-inch arm reach. He's coming off of a loss, shocking loss, an upset loss to Hector Garcia. That took place February 26th of this year, in which he lost a unanimous decision. He was dropped in the fight. It was a shocking loss, right? Hector Garcia was a late replacement for Chris Colbert, who was supposed to fight Gutierrez for the WBA super featherweight title, but he got upset and he lost, okay? So with that said, according to, Errol Spence Jr., the fight is already done for Chris Colbert to fight Frank Martin. Now, again, Chris Colbert is a 130-pounder, moving up to 135 pounds to challenge Frank Martin, okay? But with that said, there's another fighter, okay, that's, available and raising his hand, who's an actual lightweight, and that's Jose Venezuela, who I like that fight better, who is 12 wins, no losses, no draw, 8 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. Now, he has a fight coming up that's scheduled September 4th against Giselle Corrales. It's a 10-round fight, so obviously he's not available right now, but he's raising his hand and he's saying he wants to fight. Another fighter that everybody is linking Frank Martin to is Mexican lightweight star title contender in Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who is 23 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 16 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'4" with a 63-inch arm reach. But again, he's fighting on the same day, September 4th, against Edwin Ramirez, okay? That's these fights, Jose Venezuela, Isaac Cruz, they're fighting on the undercard of the highly anticipated heavyweight showdown between Luis King Kong Ortiz and former unified heavyweight world champion Mexican superstar boxer Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, that's September 4th. So these fights are happening on the undercard, so they're not available. Now, again, Rolly Romero, he just lost. He got knocked out against Gervonta Tank Davis. That was May 28th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. So with that said, he's not available, okay, at this moment. So because he's not available, Rolly is available, right? He should be available for September, October date, because he lost in May, right? But all the other fighters, Isaac Cruz, Jose Venezuela, Gervonta Tank Davis is available, but is that a fight they're looking to make for Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 27 wins, no loss, no draw, 25 wins by way of knockout. He's 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. He's seen as the cash cow from junior welterweight on down. He's a friend of Errol Spence Jr., so obviously, Errol Spence, he made mention that he would like to match Frank Martin up against opponents that Gervonta Tank Davis has fought to give a barometer, to give something to measure it, to build a fight towards Frank Martin fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. And then you have the undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, who has 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. He's looking to fight, in a immediate rematch with former unified lightweight world champion, Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr. If he can't secure a fight with himself looking to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, or possibly two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko. So Devin Haney looked like he's coming back in October. Lomachenko, 16 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout, 5'6" with a 66-inch arm reach. It looks like that's the fight Devin Haney is seeking out, or the Tank Davis fight. But if he can't get Tank Davis, then he'll fight George Kambosos, who is now 20 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 10 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'9", with a 68-inch arm reach. So Devin Haney is looking to secure these fights, and he's looking to get out the division very, very soon. So they're not available. Devin Haney's not available because he's gonna either fight George Kambosos, Lomachenko, or Tank Davis, right? He's not gonna fight Frank Martin over the rematch with George Kambosos, okay? The money is bigger. Gervonta Tank Davis, we don't know what he's going to do. And then you also have undefeated lightweight Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia, who also has a fight coming up. He has a fight July 16th. Ryan Garcia, is another name who's off the board, okay? Ryan Garcia is 22 wins, no losses, no draw, 18 wins by way of knockout, 5'10", with a 70-inch arm reach at 23 years of age, okay? But he's fighting, looks like he's going to face off against Javier Fortuna July 16th, okay? So he's not available, okay? Next Saturday, we're supposed to have Javier Fortuna versus Ryan Garcia. That's next Saturday. So obviously, Ryan Garcia is not available, and Javier Fortuna, 37 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 26 wins by way of knockout. Javier Fortuna, 33 years of age, 5'6" and a half with a 68-inch arm reach. So that looks like that's scheduled to take place next Saturday. Javier Fortuna versus Ryan Garcia. So the opportunities and the options are limited for Frank Martin. Obviously, Errol Spence is putting his promoter cap on, and he wants to keep Frank Martin active. So he went back and forth with Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert stated he put Errol Spence, he tweeted out that Chris Colbert done messed up by making himself available for Frank Martin. Chris Colbert responded by saying, "How you think that, champ? Why do you think that?" And he said, "Do you want to fight Frank Martin or not?" And Chris Colbert, he responded, "Let's make it happen. Let's go." And then he tweeted at Errol Spence, "You're going to put respect on my name." But again, Chris Colbert fights at 130. Chris Colbert was vying for a title at 130, and he got upset. He lost. And now, it looks like Chris Colbert is going up to 135. Me personally, again, this is not a fight I like for Chris Colbert. I think that Chris Colbert is going to get stopped in this fight. Chris Colbert has showed us that he's a finesse fighter. He doesn't like to deal with pressure. He's not a physical fighter. When he's fighting Hector Garcia was being physical with him. He was pushing him back. And on the inside, Chris Colbert didn't deal with it. He started to use a lot of excessive movement in the fight, utilizing the ring. And he wasn't being very active. He wasn't being very offensive, right? And it seems like, people felt like he quit, in the second half of the fight. He didn't show the dog that he said he had in him, okay? It was building towards a Chris Colbert showdown, unification showdown. If he would have won the fight, then he would have got the fight with Gutierrez. He was going to be the favorite with Gutierrez. And then there was talks of him facing off against undefeated 2-division world champion, who's now the unified super featherweight WBC, WBO champion, Olympic silver medalist Shakur Stevenson. But again, he was upset. Shakur Stevenson dominated Oscar Valdez. Thought that was going to be the next big fight. But Chris Colbert, he got upset in the fight. And so that's the last time we saw him in the ring, was February 26th. And now Chris Colbert is going to go into a fight with Frank Martin, who's, bigger, stronger, more aggressive, more athletic than Hector Garcia. And showing last night that, he could fight in different fashions, because Frank Martin, his last fight going into this fight with Jackson Ramirez, Marinez, he was a boxer. He was being slick. He was moving. In this fight, he was flat-footed. He was aggressive. Looked like Errol Spence, Jamel Charlo. Looked like that training from soon-to-be two-time trainer of the year, well-renowned trainer, future Hall of Famer Derrick James has started to rub off on him. So looks like Chris Colbert versus Frank Martin is next, and I expect Frank Martin to stop Chris Colbert. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share your videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.